And staying in Mexico, last year, Mexican authorities carried out more than 153 security operations to detain and deport mostly Central American migrants. They were riding the freight train known as the Beast as they tried to migrate north. Yet the heavy-handed operations have proven to not dissuade the tens of thousands of migrants. Rather, they say it only increases risks. Our correspondent Clayton Kahn now with more.
Traveling across Mexico in caravan, this group of handicapped Honduran migrants hope to raise awareness that the quest for the so-called American dream often turns into a nightmare.
To raise awareness to the world that we are living examples of what happens with migration on this trip on the Beast to the United States.
Suffering from exhaustion and hunger, migrant Renance Billon fell off the freight train in northern Mexico, losing his leg. He, along with the others, demand that the Mexican authorities provide greater support to Central American migrants and their families.
They should be more humanist with the migration laws so that we migrants don't need to hide in mountains or on trains, be targets of assault or extortion. And all these things that are put up with, raping of women, they should make laws that grant migrants permits to pass freely through Mexico.
Although for years migrants and their supporters have demanded change in Mexico's policy, the government has cracked down in recent months, launching raids to stop migrants riding the train and increasing deportations. Yet migrants say that this simply displaces the problem, rather than solving it.
This dream turned into a nightmare. It's sad to go back to the country, and rather than it being a blessing, you're a weight on the family, and you have to deal with the same conditions that made you migrate in the first place.
According to Mexico's National Commission on Human Rights, there are between 72,000 and 120,000 Central American migrants disappeared in Mexico, a reality that rights defenders say has increased in recent years due to organized crime violence.
Realmente es indignante.
The situation we're living in is utterly outrageous. Before, when someone disappeared, we assumed it was in the river or in the desert, but sadly today it's not like that.
Every year, families of disappeared migrants demand Mexican and U.S. authorities reform migration policies, as well as rethink foreign policy in Central America, which is facing high levels of organized crime violence and poverty, prompting migration flows. Clayton Kahn, Telesur, Mexico City.